Let's start. Again, trade by trade this week. It's really quiet, first week back. Don't want to get too caught up. Market makers, in terms of psychology, it's the start of a new month. Large institutions, they're going to want to be opening new positions or I'd imagine opening or closing existing shorts more than any. And, that makes trading tough. There's been some huge developments. We've got inflation in America tomorrow. It's huge news going on. So let's start. Let's get to the beginning of the pack. Okay. So first up, we got USD CAD looking for longs. Ultimately, we're in on the end of a harmonic pattern. We're in down here because we saw A, B equals CD. And we can also count 1, 2, 3. That's a cycle completed lower. Notice in this last leg, you can see the 1, the 2, the 3. Okay, what have we got now? So we can see 3 up, and we can see sideways movement. This could be the start of moving higher. This could be push 1 of push 2. And we shall see if there's any continuation. Let me check. No continuation at the minute. If anything, we're making a higher low, and we need to see this high taken out before you consider getting long. And on the back of that, let me just check if we are still looking pretty. I believe we are. We're in cycle 2, expecting the third trend higher, which is a sequence of high highs and high lows. Right, next. CHF JPY, I'm passing on that. That's completed the pattern. If I can zoom out, you'll be able to see it better. So this has completed a 1 up, a 2 up, and a 3 up. That's it. That's it, done. As long as you can count 2 levels or 2 cycles within a high and a low. And then the fractal nature of this method is that within each of these legs, you'll then see the 1, the 2, and the 3 again. So in this third push, I can see 2 pushes, and we're making the third at the minute. Notice we've also done 3 years of picking up. This is one to keep an eye on. So expect some Japanese strength. Now here's one we took today, NZD JPY. Look at that green candle, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What could we see? Again, this is all about identifying cycles, clear cycles from a low. We can see a 1, we can see a 2, and we can see a 3. Now, you might say, well, why wasn't this 1, 2, 3? Well, it was. It was 1, 2, and 3 at one point in time, but the pattern's large, isn't it? And you have a peak, and you have a peak high and a peak low. So this is the peak high, this is the peak low, and we're working our way back up to the previous peak. So first cycle, second cycle, we expect the third higher. Notice in this leg here, did I just explain that already? You can see 1 cycle, 2 cycle, 3. Remember, 3 makes 1, 3 and 1. There's a lot of biblical things around that terminology. It exists for real. Whether in that way or not, I'm not too sure, but anyhow. So Eureaka, we visited this yesterday, and at the minute we've got this nice curving structure around the middle of cycle 1. This is cycle 1 up. Now, just like in that previous video, notice that 1, 2, 3 makes 1. So this is the first cycle higher. Is this a good area to enter? Not the best. We're in the middle of the range, so the market can either come all the way down here. It can do anything here. It's got people by the short and curlies ultimately who's trading here. They're not sure if it's going to come down here or up. All you can use is the pattern in your favor. Now, I can see a 1, I can see a 2, and then I can see a 3, or I can actually see this as being the 2 and 3. See, it's quite confusing. Let me look again. 1, 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 3, and 1. So this little point here is 1. If we get up here, it's a different story altogether. But notice the harmonic swings in place. Yellow swings, yellow swings. We're expecting higher prices. Is there any sequence? Don't believe we have sequence yet. Does that look interesting to you? Not really. Not yet. Pass. AUD JPY towards the upside at the minute, 97.53, where price is. Great move up today. This to me looks like, first of all, it was a Gartley pattern. We sold it and we made money down to here. But if you look carefully, it's a high, 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 low, high, 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 low. there's 3 of these things. So this is every chance this can push higher, much like we're long NZD, JPY. But have a look here. You can see between the high and the low, there's 2 cycles, and we're just churning at the top. So, pass for now. GBP CHF, you can see that we're in 3 cycles here, 1, 2, 3. So we're in the peak cycle. And if you zoom out a little bit, you will then notice that we have quite an ugly cycle on the way down at 1, 2, 3. This 1, 2, 3, and on the way up we're expecting 1. But the market's really dragging its heels, and it may well do the lows again. But at the minute we're working off a harmonic. If we look at it closer, we can see the 1, the 2, and the 3. And at the minute we can see 1 up and with the start of 2. This is push 2 of 2. So expecting this to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. It looks really good. AED NZD, expect this lower. This is the first cycle lower. It's just a case of getting in. It's not the easiest to get in here. This is a Gartley, albeit we then have 1, 2, 3 to complete that. So this is push 1, this is push 2. Notice the 1, 2, 3. Same thing here. This is a big 1. And at the minute we've got 1, 2, we expect a third. This will also give us an A, B, C, D. I'm going to look for this to retrace and then start making small steps lower and go from there. USD CHF, we're long this. The cycle could be complete. Look at this, 1, 2, 3 to the low. Expect higher prices. NZD USD is another beautiful pattern. But I do believe, if you go through and look at the previous videos, that this guy is on its way down, even though you can see a really nice example of the 2 cycles within a high and a low. And much like GBP CHF is doing a similar activity, but this pattern in itself is a Gartley, and look at the reaction. However, you just need to understand the way it's made up. Look at these moves, 1, 2, 3. Look internally, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's all about the 3. So at the minute we've got 1 down. You can't go off that. We're not even closing below to give us 2. Then you'd have to wait for the retracement. And again, this could hit another high before it continues past. CAD JPY, another peak, pass. USD JPY, pass, another peak. CAD CHF, huge ABCD, generational ABCD, expecting higher prices. Notice the cycle, 1, 2, 3 to the low, 1, 2, 3 to the low, 1, 2, 3 to the low. GBP AUD, second cycle higher, expecting higher prices. 1, 2, expect the 3. So this is another one to be long. Straight green candles, ultimately a lower high, pass. You need to see that base itself. GBP USD, this was Temptation Island today. Level 1, level 2 on the way down, level 1 on the way up. We're expecting higher prices. We're not really seeing any signs of any giveaway here at the moment. High, 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 low. So this will be 1, this is 2, and it looks like 1, 2, squeeze a 3. But then having these consecutive highs, you only normally see 3 in a retest. So I'm not getting caught up there. Tough markets at the minute. Now, this is the one that we missed. This is the one that we signpost and we were in earlier in the week. Have no doubt about that. This is a stunner. This is the second cycle higher off the back of a harmonic completion and an ABCD with a Gartley at the 78.6. This is absolute killer material here. We were long. This doji came back, took us out break even, but we made our 50. This is one that I want to enter now, really, and buy the high. But you always get punished. But that's the sort of emotion it's bringing out of me. What I can see is, so I can see a massive W, and this is sort of like the first push above this W structure in a bigger time frame. But in a smaller one, it's 1, 2, 3, back into consolidation. Let's look on the 1 hour. This is all consolidation. The fact that we've broken here, but we're still within here, we've broken, retested. I can see high, 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 low, high, 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 low. I'm looking for an entry around here. This is gold. Euro CHF picking up. Look at this beautiful thing. A, B, C, D. Again, a generational entry into this one. The market cycle is super strong in terms of where we are. Level 1, level 2. This is a massive peak. 1, 2, 3 to the low. Early entries, A, B, C, Ds. Check the signals. Amazing. AED CAD. Now, this is one of my favorites. 1, 2 needs to give a 3. Look at the cycle on the way down. 1, 2, 3. We're expecting 1 up. This is gold as well. Euro GBP under the low of the second cycle. 1, 2, expecting the third. Looking for higher highs and higher lows to be created to help us jump on. Gold, what's going on? 1, 2, 3, within a higher low, expecting higher prices. High, high, higher low, high, high, higher low, equal high. It'll probably give us an equal low. We'll see how it goes. We've got CPI tomorrow, which will move this one about, but this is ultimately the second cycle. AD USD, beautiful looking pattern. This guy is level 1, level 2. Expecting this to come off much like NZD USD. This is really good stuff. It's just a case of trying to get in. What this is indicating to me is that CPI is going to be hot tomorrow. So American CPI is going to be hot. I love the way it's given us the 1, 2. This is one to take notice of. Need to get us into this tomorrow. GBP, JPY past its a peak. Euro NZD starting off this second cycle higher to complete the whole pattern. Love it. Euro USD, see a big 1, see a big 2. Potentially moving again for a third, but with CPI tomorrow it'll be difficult. Euro JPY, peak. AED CHF. This is one we sent from yesterday. We're down 7 or 8 pips at the minute. But you can see the 1, the 2, the messy 3. I do expect 3 hits to a low. Don't like the way this is hanging about. So there you have it, ladies and gents. Hope you enjoy this content. If you want to learn these methods, please reach out to me, direct message me. Check my appointment scheduling in the description. And yeah, it'd be great to teach you. And it really is a lifelong passion of mine. And yeah, ask any questions you may have. Cheers. Thanks.